GamingBolt presents 15 things hardcore Roblox fans hate about Roblox. The massively multiplayer creator game Roblox has been one of the longtime staples of the internet and something of a precursor to Minecraft in the simple creator game genre. Striking that balance between a powerful tool for game creators to thrive and a community that can enjoy creating simple content is hard, and the game hasn't always struck that right balance. These are 15 things hardcore Roblox fans hate about Roblox. BOTMOD corruption and user banning. BOTMOD is a familiar face within the Roblox community, but for many of the wrong reasons. Users on the forums like to criticize her for abusing her moderation powers in a corrupt fashion, banning users for invalid, inappropriate, or completely made-up reasons. There's little proof of her actions, unfortunately, but many forum users believe that BOTMOD is the one behind almost all wild swings of the ban hammer. Flawed report system. Roblox allows users to do most of the policing themselves, giving users the ability to report bad behavior, and the automated systems will then act on it. The report function is supposed to flag it for the moderation team, who looks at the chat log to see who the naughty boy or girl may be. Problem is, not all of the offenses are chat-based, and have no way of reporting those. This also opens up the possibility of abuse, or players being pummeled with reports until action is taken for something they never did. Flawed filtering system. Since the game is intended for younger audiences, it does have every reason to use a chat filter to keep players from spamming expletives whenever they want. But there was a period in early 2017 where the community SIFT chat filters went all haywire, keeping players from using the words like don't and the, and not catching some of the more naughty vernacular. Guest users. Guest users were preset characters that allowed people to try the game while under a multitude of restrictions without registering. But as these guests were often new, they didn't really know how to play the game and caused problems for the community. But also, because these users can't be reported either, some more nefarious players used these accounts to troll and abuse exploits without recourse. Online daters. This is a children's game, and it might not be the best place to go looking for Mr. or Mrs. Right. Online dating on Roblox seems ridiculous, but it happens. It can be spotted by users using terms like single and hot within roleplay names, or saying things like want to date. Item inflation. One of the trickier factors to an online game of this scale is economy, when players can essentially print money. Roblox tried to fix this issue with limited items, where an item would only be released in specific amounts to keep it rare. This idea worked for a bit, but then inflation would run away with many of these items, turning once pretty reasonable gear into something worth thousands of Robux. Builders Club only locations. Towards the end of 2010, Roblox players were introduced to a new subscription feature called the Builders Club, which included locations and games limited to this tier. Unsurprisingly, the community didn't really like the idea, slamming the system for limiting the idea of what was supposed to be a free game. In response, the community spammed the comments of Builders Club only places and created threads on forums to slam it. Software is buggy and crashes systems. Among many of the things that bug Roblox players, one of the most ridiculous is that the game's very code is stuck together with gum and Velcro. The game likes to cause blue screen crashes on Windows, among other computer issues. Removal of vital LUA functions. There are many creators using Roblox as a platform for some unique, very polished kinds of games, at least for this platform. During 2009 and 2010, changes to a programming language the game used called LUA wreaked havoc on many of those more polished games that needed the scripting to, well, function. Silly rules. Roblox and the forums had some silly rules that they've had to implement in response to many of the more unique aspects of their community. From the generally reasonable, like no political discussion, to the silly, no linking to outside websites like YouTube. Noobs. Roblox players, for many of the reasons we've discussed in this feature, hate new players or noobs. Most games depend on fresh blood to stay alive, but the degree of hostility most players show for the noob is quite impressive. Whether it's because they're online daters, abusing exploits, or just because noobs are the freshmen of Roblox, new players will want to keep their head down. Minecraft. The community of Roblox really has it out for Minecraft. Perhaps the mega franchise stole a bit of thunder from Roblox, as both are relatively simple-looking games about creation, including games. Those on the side of Roblox like to cite the ease of creating games on their title, but Minecraft, well, it's hard to say if they even noticed the argument going on while counting all of their money. Consistent problems with servers and login. The general bugginess of the game aside, server problems and changes plague the game constantly. Back in July 2017, servers became limited to only showing you where your friends were, allowing less exploration for users and causing a major uproar. Adult users infesting a children's game. Roblox is aimed squarely at children these days, but that has not stopped would-be trolling teens and adults from taking over and carrying on with some bad behavior like swearing, online dating, suicide threats, and insulting other users. Spammy forums. The Roblox forums in general have a reputation for being filled to the brim with spam and generally being unpleasant to visit. Before most of the worst offenders were removed in a July 2017 update, forums like suggestions and ideas were overrun with terrible ideas and mostly people spouting off whatever came to mind, defeating the entire point. And that'll be about it for this one. If you guys like what we're doing at GamingBolt, please consider subscribing to our channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video.